Hello again, everybody. Zacatech is here with my WWE review for this Monday, December 17th of 2018 for the All-Crew Arena, or whatever it's called now, in Sacramento, California. The final Raw before Christmas, and more importantly, the Raw after, tables and ladders and chairs. Oh my! At least their aftermath. And on the Raw side of things on TLC, it was just okay. There were some matches that were better than others, and seeing a Raw champion get involved in a SmackDown match. Of course, the main event involving the TLC match with the women of SmackDown, setting up a possible, some people say, triple threat with Ronda and Charlotte and Becky. Now, I thought it'd be just a one-on-one, either Becky and Ronda or Charlotte and Ronda, not all three of them. Maybe it could be all three of them, especially I've heard some people say, oh, they may have like a Lex Luger, Bret Hart ending of Royal Rumble 94 again at Royal Rumble 2019 for the women. So we'll see if that actually happens. So, with the Raw ratings in a stinker, and last week having its lowest ratings ever, even if it was a better Raw than the past few weeks, and the promise of Vince McMahon appearing, and the promise of change in the air, one night was okay. There were some hints of change and some promos promoting changes of people returning and people debuting. But for the most part, sadly, it was the same old situation. Was the same old bullshit. Same kind of matches, same kind of promos, same kind of stuff that we've been seeing every fucking week. Promoting change, huh? Well, we didn't see much of it. They say it wasn't going to be immediate, but, well, it's going to be a long story. It's before Christmas, and sometimes Christmas can be the laziest time of the year. I kind of said that between Christmas and New Year's and before the Rumble, it's kind of some of the laziest programming. Well, seeing what's going to happen next week, well, don't get to you that. But let's kick off with that McMahon appearance. We didn't get just Vince McMahon showing up, as far as he didn't get booed. There were some people booing. There was people on Twitter telling the fans to boo him. There was some that did, but mostly kissed his ass, like everyone does. Bringing out, not just himself, but Stephanie came out to booze. Vince is something not her. Triple H and Shane. Yep, the McMahons came out to address not listening to the fans and the ratings and need to be changes and blah, 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 blah. So they're saying that the McMahons, all four of them, are going to win both Raw and SmackDown, having no authority figures, but the fans being the authority. Saying they're going to listen to the fans for what they want and what they don't want. If they really will listen to the fans, Brock Lesnar should not be Universal Champion. Finn Balor should be pushed more. The Revival should be pushed more. More NXT people should get fucking buried on the show, especially Sandy on SmackDown right now. And we can end the Dean Ambrose Rollins feud. There's a lot of things fans want to be an authority on. They want to really play with it. That's what we want. And we want fresh matchups, fresh stuff, fresh new faces. They did promise some of those, which we'll get to. Who's being promoted to the main roster and hopefully won't get buried in a little bit. But we gotta get to the same old bullshit first. With Baron Corbin coming out to address the injustice of him losing his supposed TLC match against Braun Strowman last night, with Braun Strowman not getting involved at all physically, just having Gabriel Roode, Apollo Crews, Kurt Angle returning, and Heath Slater turning on him as referee, helping Strowman win and wants another chance to be the permanent Raw GM. And Triple H was like, okay, we'll give you another match. A match against Kurt Angle. And then Corbin got tasted his own medicine, as throughout the match, they decided, they being the McMahons, decided to change the rules on the fly, like Corbin did all the time. So, they had Gable and Roode and Apollo to the match, and made no DQ. And Corbin got his ass kicked, and he lost, so Corbin's still not the GM of Raw, and actually no one's the GM of Raw, because the McMahon's saying they're going to win both shows and have no authority figures. What does that mean for Paige on SmackDown? Even she tweeted about it later on in the evening. So after that, after seeing Corbin get beat down by everybody with the special guest referee Heath Slater, by the way, you mentioned that, Well, we're gonna properly kick off this so-called new era of Raw with new matchups, new faces. We're gonna open them with, properly, Finn Balor and Dolph Ziggler, stuff we've seen before. Yay! Whoopee! But even with that, it was still a decent little matchup here, set up for what happened at TLC. Now, Finn and Dolph have been kind of helping each other in matches against Drew McIntyre. That the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Dolph got a little help from Finn a couple weeks back, causing Drew to get his first singles pinfall loss since returning to the main roster in April after WrestleMania. And then Dolph returned the favor somewhat by helping Finn Balor win against Drew at TLC last night. But even with that, Dolph beat the crap out of Finn backstage. That caused his match to happen. It was a decent match, though. Good action for both guys. You know, they're great workers who deserve better. And hopefully with this new era, hopefully they get pushed more, especially Balor case. You know, hopefully McMahon get his head out of his fucking ass and know that Balor's over people. Too bad we're not getting the Elite on WWE, which is kind of a good thing. Because Elite's going to their own company. All Elite Wrestling. Cannot wait for that to be officially announced. I'm guessing New Year's Day. We'll be hitting that on BTE. The last media Elite came out of them in the Ring of Honor. So there you go. Anywho, Dolph and Drew opponent at TLC, Balor did pretty well. You know, good action. Numerous attempts at a coup de grace. Big physical action. And I think everyone expected Drew to get involved. And guess what? That's what happened. Drew got involved, distracting Dolph for a minute. And then Dolph did come back. Some big moves after Finn got some big moves in, including a big drop kick. But then Drew got involved. After Ziggler defended himself on Finn Balor, he would beat up on Balor and beat up on Dolph, causing a DQ, laying out Dolph with a Claymore. So we got ourselves a triple threat with these two next week. So that means that Christmas gift I promised, that sadly, guess what Walt's going to give us as a Christmas gift? With this match and other matches named, we get the ultimate Christmas gift of all. Next week's Raw will be We Matchapalooza 2 Electric Boogaloo! Yeah! We Matchapalooza 2 Electric Boogaloo! Because we get another rematch booked, stemming from a couple of segments. Dean Ambrose came out. Yeah, gas mask and all. Man, who would have thought Daniel Bryan's heel turn is better than Dean Ambrose? And Dean Ambrose's heel turn went on a silver platter for him. You know, but this whole you people thing and the gas mask thing. And not only that, the match at TLC sucked for the most part. I was trying to get into it. I was trying to let the crowd influence me. You know, because everyone's going to shit on the crowd. And there was a comment from Seth later on, but he didn't diss him like he did one time when the fans tore the match against him and Dolph. At least that match was good. This match between Seth and Dean last night needed a stipulation. It needed a ladder match, not Elias and Bobby Lashley. So, Dean came out and do a little promo, talking about how, you know, Seth lost, blah, blah, blah. And he wanted to beat up on Seth again. Seth never came out. We were like, is he want to be a guy in disguise? We'll see if that happened. But he said, okay, Seth's not coming out. I'm issuing an open challenge, playing his playbook, to put up my title against anyone, not Seth Rollins, or not Dolph Ziggler. Something from the last time we had an open challenge. But at least we had someone different challenge Dean Ambrose, and it was Tyler Breeze. Fresh off a great showing against Ricochet for the North American Championship this past Wednesday on NXT. And he had a good showing here. You know, hey, at least there's something new in this second hour. First hour was mostly same old crap. We did cover the same old crap, like I mentioned. But at least we had something different with Tyler Breeze. Despite his best efforts, even delivering a beauty shot at one point, we all knew the predictable result. Dean Ambrose was going to retain. So there you go. Dean Ambrose beat him up with the dirty deeds. But at least still great to see Tyler on television. Not on Superstars, not on Main Event, but on main roster television. Hopefully it's a start of something for him. Especially when Fandango returns. But Dean's like, I'm not done with you, Seth. And then Seth did come out. And as many people predicted on Twitter, he was a disguised as one of the guys in a gas mask. We thought it was going to be like that a few weeks ago, but it didn't happen. But we saw it tonight. He beat up on Dean a bit. He beat up some of the gas mask guys. But Dean screwed off, whipping out. So, there you go. These two ain't over yet. But sadly, so isn't Seth and Baron Corbin. There was a backstage confrontation when Seth was addressing his performance, saying that I heard what the fans had to say about me. I didn't let them down last night. I didn't perform my best. Dean should be disappointed too. I heard Vince was pissed off too. Not the fans, but Seth and Dean's performance. It was supposed to be a big feud, and Seth is being groomed to probably take on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. But this match is just, And then Baron Corbin talked about, how Seth's words about him led to the rebellion against him and him getting fired, blah, 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 blah. So we got another match with those two next week. Whoopee. First two rematches signed. We'll get another rematch in a minute. Of a feud that needs to fucking die. Anyway. And speaking of that, feud that needs to die. This is a feud that needs to end. Bobby Lashley playing a broken guitar with Leo Rush that he broke upon Elias's back last night. And then not needed ladder match on the TLC kickoff show where it belonged. Elias won the match, but Elias got hit with the guitar afterwards by Lashley. He showed up that broken guitar, talking some trash with Leo Rush, dissing the Sacramento Kings, what Elias used to do when he was heel. But then as they were blabbing, if Bobby was doing his flexing and showing his butt again, touching his butt again, stupid. Never know why his book has been bad. And I even said this. I thought I've said this a few weeks ago. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I've seen other people saying that. I thought Leo Rush should be a good addition to Lashley. I thought a good mouthpiece would be great for him. But doing nothing but bad than good. So I'm glad I'm not the only one saying it. So as he was flexing, JoJo sung the magic words, "Ladies and gentlemen, Elias." And out of nowhere, bang! Elias came out with a guitar and bashed it across the back of Lashley, laying him out. So we get another rematch next week with these two in the Middle Goal on 34th Street match. I don't know if I'm making a Raw review next week because I don't know what I'm doing on Christmas Eve. I might be going to my aunt's house. I may not. But man, this is giving us a reason not to watch Raw next week with a shitty Monday Night Football game with two teams who are not in playoff contention, the Raiders and the Broncos, and a shitty ass Raw plan. These have one new thing, but we had a lot of rematches. Elias and Lashley a billion. At least Corbin, I made a little comment about seeing Corbin and Rollins again. We just saw him in a TLC match 2 weeks ago. It's going to be a regular match. But Becky Dean will get involved. And we have a triple threat. Like I said, with Balor, Drew, and Dolph. Hopefully, all these three can get their shit out of the way and stay away from each other. All these three need to stay the fuck away from each other for a very long time. Now, before we get to more matches, let's get to the new faces they promised, aka the NXT call-ups, and some of the returning superstars from injury they promised tonight. Saying the change is going to come, but not immediately. So, they promoted a couple new people to come up from NXT. One is one we've already known about. Lars Sullivan. We've known about him for the last few weeks. But now we have a few more that are kind of interesting to be called up from NXT. EC3, a man that many people thought he was supposed to be called up at the SummerSlam, but he got hurt in an NXT show, so his call-up was delayed. And I've been hearing rumors about him getting called up to main roster soon, maybe at the Royal Rumble. So, no surprise there. He will be going up soon. Will he be at the Royal Rumble? We'll see. Also being promised to be called up are two women competitors. We have Lacey Evans, one of my favorite heels in NXT besides Shayna Baszler. Love Lacey Evans as a heel. If you haven't seen her work in NXT, she's really good. Really good heel work. The lady of NXT. And hopefully she's the lady of SmackDown. Or maybe the lady of Raw. I think Raw needs a good heel again. With Bliss out with injury, we need a good heel on Raw. That's not Nia Jax. And Lacey Evans would fit the bill. She's strong, she's tough, she's got a vicious finishing move, the women's right hand that she can nail from anywhere. And she's improved a lot. she's being a heel. She was okay babyface, but she's a better heel. Then we have Nikki Cross, a woman who made her little on-screen debut a few weeks back before Survivor Series against Becky Lynch in Ireland. Well, actually, yeah, it was Ireland, so around that area. Well, it was in England. And hopefully Nikki will be on SmackDown with Sandy to get him out of mid-card hell. And then the last name mentioned is a tag team. No, not these guys. Not Undisputed Era. A team that might be taking on Undisputed Era on a later episode of NXT soon. Heavy Machinery. Of all the tag teams we pushed up, with the Mighty breaking up, which is sad. Nick Miller got released. He asked for his release, but I feel bad because I love the Mighty. TM61 were one of my favorite tag teams. They never got a fair shake because one of them got hurt as they're about to get pushed. And then they came back and nothing much happened, even with a heel turn. But I love Heavy Machinery. Love these two guys, Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovich. Stakes and weights are colorful guys, and they're big, tough dudes. I have my interactions with them at the recent NXT House Show in Royal Oak. That review is on this channel. So, great to see them get called up. But hopefully they don't get demoted like most NXT tag teams. Like two of them in this Fatal 4-Way match. We have number one contenders match. AOP wanted an automatic rematch, but they're saying, Dave McMahon are saying, no rematch clauses. No automatic rematches. You have to earn your rematches. And AOP had to earn it in a Fatal 4-Way against Lucha House Party, the Revival, and the B Team. And I'm happy to say, no Lucha House Party rules. Yeah, the petition worked, Revival. The petition worked. Anyway, it was an okay little Fatal 4-Way. All the teams got their shit in. We haven't seen the B Team in a while. So, as I see them get some shots in, especially Bo getting in there with Scott Dawson, towards the end of the match. Lucha did their thing with the high-flying stuff. But rightfully, they want to make change. They want to give new teams opportunities. They finally give people the opportunity they fucking deserved. They had to have the Revival win this match. And thank God they did. Revival wins. And painfully, they will beat Bobby Roode and Chad Gable's win the tag team titles they should have won a long damn time ago. Hopefully it won't be like Asuka winning the SmackDown Women's Championship. Too little, too late. And before we go any further, I mentioned some of the new faces debuting. I forgot to mention who's planned to return soon. Promos aired for both Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to return soon. Awesome. We've been missing them both, especially Kevin Owens. You know what I mean? Felt bad without him. He's been out with double knee injury, taken up by Bobby Lashley. He's been taking his time to return by rehabbing and challenging Elton John to a Mania match after Elton John canceled his concert 20 minutes after he was supposed to come out. So, nice to see that. I heard reports about Owens returning soon, so it's kind of cool to see that promo tonight and Sami Zayn's promo. So, I'm glad to see them both getting cleared soon. They need to return. We need them to liven up the show. We need once again, the Kevin Owens show. So I'm happy to see him back with Sami Zayn too. So now on to our next affair, which will dominate the entire third hour. The women's division of Raw. Interesting that we had a SmackDown Women's Title match main event to pay-per-view, and on Raw, the women main evented their show. And it started with Ronda Rousey having a little promo, getting booed a little, especially after her actions, costing Charlotte and Becky the SmackDown Women's Championship last night. Knocking him off the ladder and helping Asuka win. She was talking about, saying that I told Nia that a white hand, you can kiss that goodbye, and I told Charlotte that I would write the next page of our next chapter of our book, and I told Becky there's one woman you shouldn't mess with. I told them all on Sunday, and a champion, talk about what a champion is, blah, 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 saying that there should be a new tradition that the champions must defend their titles night after a pay-per-view. Well, at least we saw one defend, that's Dean Ambrose. We didn't see the rest defend their titles tonight. Kind of broke that promise there. Because Rowdy wanted an open challenge. I was like, last time we had this open challenge by Rousey, we thought we were going to get a new face. No, we got Mickey James. And I thought we were going to get something like that again. But we had all of the Raw women come out. with Stephanie saying that we're going to have a 8-woman gauntlet match. And the winner would take on Rousey next week. And that was the entire third hour, was the women getting a gauntlet match. We saw this play out before, women's gauntlet coming after a men's gauntlet, and like that women's gauntlet was okay. And it should have been the main event if something big was going to happen. Because, spoiler alert, we did not get a Charlotte or Becky appearance. I mean, the only reason why this should have been a main event. But they probably didn't want to risk any more injuries, because the last time we had an invasion, Becky got hurt. So we begin this gauntlet with Bayley against Alicia Fox. The woman who was, of course, the women representative of Raw in the Next Match Challenge final on Sunday at TLC and losing with Jinder. This match went longer than it should. Went a commercial break. It was okay action. And sadly, we've seen these two before last couple weeks. But we did get Bayley with the victory to knock Alicia Fox out with a surprise pin. After reversing a cover from Alicia Fox. Then here comes the irrelevant Dana Brooke. I like Dana, man. It sucks she got destroyed on a stick in booking. Anyway, despite Dana Brooke's best efforts with her ability to take advantage of this opportunity, it was null and void as she got knocked out with a Bayley belly. 1, 2, 3, Bayley continues on as she took on the aforementioned Mickie James. I wonder what she felt like on Friday, seeing her husband, Nick Aldis, aka Magnus, the NWA champion, appear at Final Battle with another woman as his manager. It was obvious Mickie can't appear because of contractual stuff with WWE. Not be able to appear on Ring of Honor, but it's still kind of weird to see Aldis with another woman. Talking about a song, appearing a song, The Other Woman by Wade Parker Jr. Look it up. Anyway. So we have these two face off, Mickie and Bayley. Mickie had some good moves there. I like her t-shirt, the Ballad of Mickie James. That's mostly been her comeback in the watch of the last 2 years. That's been the last 2 years for her, the Ballad of Mickie James. Anyway, despite Mickey's best efforts of big moves even attempting to DDT, she would also succumb. Actually, she would not succumb to Bayley here. She would deliver a DDT. She actually would nail it and eliminate Bayley. And she would take on Ember Moon next. Because you know why we had Mickie James against Ember? Because Mickey's one of the best people to sell the Eclipse like crazy. And that's exactly what happened. Despite Mickey's best effort to one shot over the gauntlet, she would get eliminated, like I said, by Ember Moon in the Eclipse. So nice to see Ember move on here, and I was hoping that she would win. But she would end up going up against Natalya next in this gauntlet. And despite the rising star of Ember, she would get pinned up by Natalya towards the end of their encounter. And like I said, we got change, but we got some of the same shit because we got Natalya against Ruby Wyatt. Coming up the tables match last night when Ruby got put on the table. It was a good match though. And it was a good little showing here with these two. Yes, we've seen this match too many goddamn times. And you stay away from each other for a while. But hey, what can you do? Despite Ruby's best effort to finally win something against Natalya, doing big moves, even having the Wyatt squad kind of distract a bit. After missing a senton, Natalie would roll up Ruby in the 1, 2, 3 victory for Natalya. Moving on to the final object of this gauntlet being Sasha Banks. Probably the best part of this match. They actually had a good showing here with these two. Remember one time there's a gauntlet where Ruby Wyatt was dominating until Sasha won it all. Man, we thought we were going to see that again. Good showing here with these two women. Going back and forth here, big moves from Sasha with a video and very vicious locking in the bank statement at one point. And then she would counter that. Some big moves there after the submission attempt from Banks. And then Natalya would get the big moves in. And she would indeed get the sharpshooter on Banks locked in. And yes, Natalya would get the victory in the gauntlet. And then we get her and Rousey. A match that many people thought we were going to get sooner. There was rumors about a Natalya heel turn. But that never happened after the passing of her father, Jim the Ever Neidhart. We kind of got this match teased a few weeks about a month or two ago, and Rousey issued an open challenge, and Natalya was going to answer, but she got taken out by the Riot Squad. But now we're going to finally see Rousey and Natalya one-on-one next week on the Christmas Eve edition of Raw, which, by the way, will be pre-taped. They're taping both. Tonight's Raw was live. Then they're going to tape the Raw for Christmas Eve the same night in San Jose's sister city, Sacramento. That's when they have all the Christmas trees up. And they're pre-taping Christmas Eve, and they're also pre-taping New Year's Eve. It'll be taped next Friday in Detroit at the Little Caesars Arena. And I'm not going. If you want to see the reason why, the Raw review from the Raw I went to in March that sucked the balls is on this channel as well. So, we had Natalya and Ronda shake hands and hug, and that's how we end Raw tonight. It was kind of cool to have the women end Raw tonight. The gauntlet match was decent for the most part, but this should not have been the main event if it wasn't going to be any involvement from Charlotte and Becky, should I say. But hey, they go for Raw tonight. We're going to get changed, but it's not going to be immediate. Especially with We Match Up Palooza 2, Electric Boogaloo next week. So, that's it for this Raw. That's going through changes, also they say. So with that, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you so much for watching. And if I don't see you next week, if I don't make a Raw review next Christmas Eve, next Monday, see you after Christmas Eve, and have a happy new one. And there will not be a New Year's Eve Raw review as well, because I'm not, I know for sure I'm not doing New Year's Eve review, because I got a New Year's Eve gig to do. So, if I don't make one on Christmas Eve, this might be the last Raw review of the year. If I don't make one Christmas Eve, I'll see you in 2019. So with that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. See you later. Bye-bye.